All right, St. Louis, we're getting ready to go to school. St. Louis, buckle your seatbelts. We're going deeper than we traveled before. It's Facebook, I don't have the rights to this music. I don't have the rights, Facebook. St. Louis, we have to begin to understand why we're not living beyond 80, 100, 150 years. We have to understand why. I'm one to believe that everything we built this world on was deception. From marriage to when you could drink to school, just in general. It's all been built on the laws of thermodynamics. Entropy increases, chaos and disorder. We've never took the time to realize that we're living in deception. We're sick, we're dying, we got mental disorders, we're committing suicide, drug overdoses, murder, rape, pillage, wars, rumors of wars. And the reason this is occurring is because we only have a small time to live. What am I saying? Where you dwell is where your mind dwells. Your mind is only capable of lasting for about 70 good years. And even if it lasts 70 years, you still don't have the mental capacity that you had when you were younger. So in other words, you're decaying, you're dying. That tells me that we haven't ascended to a higher level of awareness that would have caused us to reverse the laws of thermodynamics and start living for the first time, meaning you will be then traveling towards 13.8 billion years instead of staying in a small spectrum of what they call Earth. Just imagine yourself being on the Earth.
In 2 miles, take exit 267A toward Apopka.
And in being on the Earth, being that you only have 100 or so years, if not less, that's letting you know how much power you possess. Think for a second. Think if you had 13.8 billion years of power versus 100 years of power. There is no comparison. The 100 years of power is just like one speck compared to 13.8 billion years of power. So that tells me that all is being built in darkness. We must reverse the laws of thermodynamics and cause the glass that's shattering all around us to reconfigure itself. And as a result of reconfiguring itself, it would literally reposition itself back on the table. We would literally cause the reversal of time, just like time travel. We're in trouble. We've been living this lie since we've known ourselves.
In half a mile, take exit 267A toward Apopka.
That are displaying a form of knowing, but yet they know nothing. And the reason they know nothing, they're living in the land of the dead. 100 years, 120 is the land of the dead.
Take exit 267A, then keep right at the fork.
Once you exceed the 100 and contract inward, you would go down to the negative 273.15 Celsius, and subsequently you would take off your grave clothes. And as a result of taking off your grave clothes, you would live for the first time. It's sad. We have been in this
keep right at the fork
for so long. It appears to be true because we've never been able to come to the full understanding of what
continue for 4 miles.
It's sad. Beyond sad, I think. However, I think now we can come to the realization that we have never known the truth, and we can come to the truth because once we start living for the first time, those diseases, those infirmities, those bacteria, coronaviruses, and all these viruses that have been gripping your soul would not have the ability to grip your soul, because you would not be carrying that negative sound that will allow them to attach to your soul. It's imperative that we come to the realization that we must become what we're seeking to find. You must become the truth. You must become Alpha and Omega. You must become first and the last. You are predestined to become that bright and morning star. We must no longer follow false religion, false doctrine that have been manipulating us since we've known ourselves and seared our conscience like a hot iron. But yet we never knew, because mama them, grandmama them, great grandmama them, all the names didn't know. All have been in prison since they've known themselves. But it's time for us to say all or nothing. It's time for us to go in the opposite direction of hell on earth and take that damn mountain. And when you get to the top, that light will introduce itself to the world. Time is now. Time is now. God bless. Time, St. Louis.